We're going to be going through some neighborhoods, going on an expressway. I'm going to talk about some of the elements of driving to help you learn how to drive. If you found this valuable, go ahead and subscribe, give it a thumbs up. I do a lot of live tutorials and really try to break down the data to help you. And then we'll do a sign tutorial. And if you need one-on-one, just reach out to me. So I'm going to pause it. There's the stop sign. We'll go ahead and flip screens. All right, so we got our traffic. We have to yield to them because they have the right of way. And then we're just looking left and right. And then I have an opening. So you want to turn into the nearest lane if possible, because that's going to help you facilitate or smooth the flow of traffic. I've read some comments, you can turn to any lane you want. Yes, but no. Because when you turn into the nearest lane, you don't force traffic to slow down or change lanes. And on your road test, if you start in the right lane, making a right turn by the curved lane, you need to stay in that lane. If you start in the middle, right turn lane, and there's a double right turn lane or triple, you need to stay in that lane. So once you understand that, I think you're going to be safer. Typically, a lot of beginning drivers just cut off cars and not being aware. Ignorance is no excuse. So I'm up at this intersection, and then I'm going to go in the curved lane. You'll see that. Okay? Just went in the curved lane. So that's good detail. I need to get over to the left, so I'm going to accelerate. This car is a 2024 Equinox. It does have the turbo boost edition, so I'll be talking about that and just giving you reminders that you need to be really easy on the gas. Now here's another situation that hurts a lot of drivers. This is a backup to the expressway. I have to get on, but I'm going to wait till the left. See these cars? This is a shared turning lane, so I'm going to wait. And I'm going to really be careful and get my car in. If I got in too early, I would have hit the car head on, and that's something I don't want to do. This is typical view in the morning. It's 7:11 Eastern Standard Time, AM. Typically downtown Metro Detroit, downtown Metro Houston, Texas, downtown Metro Los Angeles, California. It takes a lot of energy and intensity to drive in these areas, so I'm going to take you through this journey. I'm always going to talk about the condition of the car too, because good drivers know all of our tires are at 30 pounds. Our driver's side, our passenger side, our rear driver's side, and our rear passenger side. This is a protected turn. Traffic is yield. And then let's talk about this. This is a cloverleaf. If I go too fast here, I'll lose control. So I'm going to go in smooth enough to have control. And I'm at 40 right now. It's a little too fast. I hear the car sliding out. Now I'm going to get on that turbo boost, and then I accelerate out. They didn't use a blinker. The truck didn't use a blinker. I'm a better driver than they are. Use your blinker to signal your intention. It is a moving violation. It is a traffic violation. Those small things can avoid accidents. So use those blinkers. I'm going to get over one more lane to the left. This will be a front view today. And I'm going to settle down for a moment before I get over to the far left. This is your typical metro traffic. Houston, Texas. Los Angeles, California, Detroit, Michigan, Seattle, Washington. You want to go with the flow and stay smooth as possible. I'm at 70 miles an hour. There's a huge vacuum truck up here. I had to make a decision to get the left or right. I'm going to get over one lane to the left. I accelerate through. That's a fake track hawk. Those mufflers are for track hawks. That's a regular base model Jeep. How do I know? Because I used to have an SRT Jeep with a built 426 engine. It was very fast. It drank a lot of gas. Insurance was high. I do have some video content on that where I can talk about driving a bigger SUV. And if you want me to discuss some of those elements, I have a lot of cold start videos, towing videos. See, that was a little tight right there. That's all you're going to get is 2 blinks. You're going to get 2 blinks, and either you let them in or you don't. See, they're tailgating right now, and that puts me in danger. Don't be like this driver ahead of me, and I see all the traffic backups. You can see that Jeep cutting over. So I'm just slowing down gradually. It could be an accident, could be a deer in the road, a truck could be broke down. We don't know. But I'm going to be real easy and real smooth. No coffee in my hand, no phone. I'm just really focusing on driving. The volume of traffic is incredible here. Over 15 to 25,000 cars travel this route. This is including me. So you want to take clients on routes that you're comfortable with. You understand the dynamics. This is morning traffic. They move fast, and all of a sudden they slam brakes. So you have to be aware. You have to keep space. No one's late. So if you're late, you're going to just be driving crazy and cutting off cars and cutting lanes. And if you learn how to drive that way, you're going to be just dangerous and reckless. You're going to end up smashing your beautiful car or truck, and you're going to have an accident. The flow is slowing down. We were at 70, now we're at 40. And that's fine. I left early. They're from Florida, so they could have driven straight through. They could be visiting someone in this part of the country. So you have to assume that they're tired. They don't know where they're going. They're lost. Floridians. Hopefully I'm saying it right. Say it with me. Floridians. We have a yellow line to the left. That's a warning line. Also, these things will help you on your knowledge test. There are 2 main groups. They're the teens, 19 and under. And then there are people who are 20 and up, 25, 27, 35, 45. These people will take a private lesson from me. They'll look at my tutorials. We'll meet in a Zoom call, Google Meets. We'll set up something, do a PayPal situation, and then we will set a plan for them to learn how to drive. I just ran into a client a couple days ago. They have my contact information, and then her son will be 18 in February. So I suggested wait. February's almost here. Why spend $750, $800 on lessons? And then you can set private lessons with me, drive, park. Then I can get you over to the road test, pass the test, and get you back home. So that's service, and that's what you want to offer to clients. They want something that's convenient. I know I do. And if I was taking driver's ed over, it would probably be private lessons. Not saying there's anything wrong with the private school. It depends on. See, here's a gap now. That boost is kicking in. Also, I smell a skunk. You can't smell that. But private lessons offer you more one-on-one, attention to detail. And then I have a score sheet that I use to evaluate drivers and really help them become safe drivers. And once you book appointments with me, you have my contact information, preparing you for the road test. But as time goes on, the next 20 minutes, it's going to get extremely dangerous and packed here. 3, 4, 5, 6. That's not too bad. We're about 70. So I'm looking at gaps and I'm looking at space. I want to be as smooth as possible. And then for educational purposes, I'm going to make a lane change. Ooh, man, you see all this traffic. So I'm going to be real smooth and easy on the brakes. There's nowhere you can go. So if you were, 21, 23, 19, you're like, man, I got to get to work. I got 20 minutes. I got to go to downtown Detroit. Got to go to Cleveland, downtown, Cleveland, Ohio, Toledo, Ohio, Houston, Texas. So there's nothing you really can do here. And you can just pack your patience. But you don't know what patience is because you really haven't driven in this volume traffic. So it does get crazy. You just see brake lights for hours. And people do get angry. A truck did cut us off when we were videoing the other day, and it was very dangerous. My client was very shooken up, and I had to have them pull over the side of the road, offer some emotional counseling, talk to them to tell them it's not your fault, because drivers just don't care. Now this license plate has a G, it's an in-transit repair, so they probably own a repair shop, and this is a vehicle that they're transporting from one location to another. Most states have those dealer license plates or manufacturer's license plates where you're driving a 2025, 2027 experimental vehicle. I can't tell you the company I work for, but I was driving for a company, and we were driving vehicles 3 years out of production, 4 years, and they do have a lot of autonomous driving features, clean, fuel burning diesels, small cubic inch turbo engines that have tremendous torque, almost better than the Hemi, and aka the Hurricane. I know all of you know what that is. That's a twin turbo engine. And it's replacing the Hemi. I know a lot of you love the Hemi, and I do too, but we have to look at efficiency and clean air, and I'm for performance, but also I want to balance. So that's the old traditional Hemi to the left, and then you get over my lane, accelerate through. So those engines come in the big Wagoneers. That's like an $85,000 to $100,000 luxury vehicle, and then you're going to have the Hurricane. It's a high output model, and then there's a lower model, over 550 horsepower, low end torque. This car does have adaptive cruise control, but it's not activated right now because I want to show you. So you see the space, we're about 7 feet. This is space between cars that you need to learn. We're at 60. You see traffic moving in all 3 lanes. I'm looking for blinkers. This person's from Georgia on my mind. That's the LT, it's all-wheel drive version. And I was looking at some articles, actually CNBC. There are a lot of EVs coming, and you have to pick what works for you and your price point. Some people need a F-150 to haul. Some people need an Equinox like this, the 2024 single turbo. Gets over 29 to 32 miles per gallon combined. Other people want a Ram 1500 F-150. Just depends on your lifestyle and what you want to do. But many of you would just choose a vehicle how it looks. I like to understand the mechanical fundamentals behind it, mileage, performance, quarter mile time, towing capacity, range. Like that vehicle to my right, that's a turbo. A lot of people don't like it because it's a small engine, but you get great mileage. And you have 430 foot-pounds of torque. Torque is what you need to pull things. See how really big that warning sign is? It is huge. We're going to have some exciting things coming this week to the channel. I'm going to be getting some more equipment. I'm saying it now. I want to try to stream on Friday. Okay, I don't drive on Friday. I don't have class Friday. I want to try to stream on Twitch. I just got to reset my password, and we'll put some more storage in the computer. It's a gaming computer, Z96 chipset. It's a 10700K chip that overclocks to 5.3. The 14900Ks, a lot of them have had problems, so I wanted to upgrade, but I don't want to have to take the computer. Now I do it myself. I don't buy pre-builts, and I have a 1 terabyte M.2, but I'm going to need like about 25 terabytes because I have a lot more content: the GoPro, dash cam, phone, in class. So I want to be able to give you a variety of content. Like this is a first person view, and I'm squeezing my brakes. There's a lot going on here, but I can get an additional GoPro. I think there's a GoPro 13 that's out. Set them up in the car, and then I would have multiple angles, but that's a lot more editing. So I want to look at how can I bring you guys the best value. And then I have a client who has the Tesla. I'm going to get my gimbal and then set that up, and I'm going to meet him, talk to him. We'll talk about range, safety. Is that good for a younger driver? There's another Tesla. That's an older model. But hey, I would love that. Those things are awesome, but how much life is left in the battery? If I spend 10K, am I going to get 2 years out of it? And that's a low-key, high-performance vehicle there, but it's still not fast as the Tesla. The Chevy Impala, got the LS3 in there. That's the police cruiser. That could be all-wheel drive, so that'd be an interesting race. That low-key car there. So you got to know your vehicles, and I'm an enthusiast. Many of you may not be, but it's very humorous. This car, that's the paint's falling off, all-wheel drive. That thing will last forever if you do your oil changes. You can hear that semi-truck. So you got to use your hearing too. So I will definitely get the gimbal. Another camera. I'm going to have an A10 switcher. And if I'm going to be streaming, I'm going to get the smaller device. So this car is such a sleeper here, this black one. And then, of course, you have the Tesla. But I don't know enough about the batteries to check it out, but I would love that. That thing's a beast. And then you have the newer ones. But you do have battery degradation. Hopefully I'm saying it right. If this is bringing you value, give it a thumbs up. I'm trying to get this out to all of you. So this is the newer Tesla. It looks okay. I like the Cybertruck, but that's not in my price point. I don't need the Tesla Plaid. I don't need 1,300 horsepower and to destroy everyone on the road. They have a lot of incredible, and that's the electric Cadillac there. So just knowing these vehicles, excuse me. But I still tow. I have an 18-foot open trailer. And I have a 1968 Gen 1 Camaro. We're going to be getting that out next year, getting it ready for the channel. So I can only do so many things at one time. I'm on all platforms. And I want to try to make it as efficient as possible when I'm out here giving you guys content. It would be nice to push a button and I'm on all platforms. So I'm looking for convenience as well as editing. And usually when I go live in the virtual classroom, we're talking about road tests, pavement markings, signs, all the things you need to really give you an educated decision about driving. But I don't want to copy anyone. I have to do what works for me. And I think that's what a lot of people end up copying. Thank you for the thumbs up. I'm trying to keep it real. Okay, so now I'm accelerating up. A lot of people wait till the last second to get to this exit. It throws off. Like this older Ram 1500. They waited till the last second. They could have got over and I could have been gone. So go with the flow of the traffic. And of course, this is the S22 Ultra, so I want to get to S24, S25. I need a 1 terabyte because I make so much content. This is a 500 gig, and it's just not enough. And you want to see how they're drifting over? And I'm just going to maintain speed. Use that turbo boost, and there I go. And then I got over. So you got to have power when you need it. That was power to escape a dangerous situation, maneuverability. And I want to stay in the open area. My lane is open. I'm in the fast lane, so I'm scanning, checking mirrors, and then looking straight, middle, right. Now I'm off my gas, letting it downshift back. You need to learn how to drive first before you have any of these special lane departure, adaptive cruise control, self-driving features on. You need to understand how the flow of the traffic. It's bigger than just driving. You need to understand the dynamics out here. They're from Massachusetts. They're way out. And then I'm going to go ahead and get over one lane now, because the further you get in this curve, the more difficult it is to get back over. So now I'm squeezing the brake real. You see how they cut over? That's so dangerous. I'm scanning left, middle, and right. That same copper-colored minivan cut over to the right, they cut over back to middle. So that's an erratic lane changer. If you just leave 15, 20 minutes earlier, you won't have this. You see, they changed 3 lanes within less than 30 seconds. If you leave 10 minutes, 15 minutes earlier, have everything set, your day is so much more relaxing. And this is in North America. We're not in Asia. We're not in India. We're not, in Japan. They have thousands of drivers, but it's more expensive to learn how to drive, and a lot of young people just can't afford to drive. That same minivan is cut over 4 different lanes. I'm not built like that. And if you are, then that's your call. But if you hit me, there's going to be a problem. I just want to be relaxed, take my time, be patient, be smooth, and just keep good space. You can see that. It's a beautiful, beautiful morning. It's just heavy traffic. Ideally, I want to be able to get an EV. It doesn't matter. It could be a Tesla. It could be a Mach-E. And drive it for a week, a day, and see, stopping on traffic, charge it up, get it full, and then typical day, air conditioning, music, making content. Is the EV really for me? I have one client, they've had an EV 6 years. Yeah, I'm gonna say the brand is Tesla, but they said they would not get one again. That makes me think, why? There's a Ford dealer near me. I like the Mach-E. I definitely want to go for a test drive and just learn about it. And then they do give that $5,000 or $7,000 EV credit if you're under a certain income. This does have auto shut off too. So our left tire is at 34, right front 33, left rear 33, right rear 32 pounds. So we're plus or minus range. And now stop and go again. So imagine if I had range anxiety, I only have 175 miles. I'm still gonna stay on here. It's no big deal. Imagine if you relate to downtown Detroit, Michigan, downtown Houston, Texas, downtown Los Angeles, California. You would be road raging, cutting off cars left and right to try to get there. Do you really, and they're the state police to the left, do you really want to go through that? Some of you say, yeah, man, it's hype. I love my city. I get it. I love my city too. But also, I'm more established. Middle management. I still talk about things you need to do, being hungry to move up, being authentic, telling your boss, hey, I can make the company better. I have an idea. We are all equal. And no one likes a boss that micromanages. I'm blessed to have a boss that's very chill, very supportive, positive environment. But also we're in a different age, you know, limited contracts, small bonuses. So I'm always on the lookout for different jobs. We're just rolling along at about 25. I've been seeing a lot of videos on those used Teslas, 25,000, 35,000, 45,000. But I'm not in California, so it's a different environment. I'm in the Midwest. And I've been down to Texas before, and you see large numbers of Teslas. I'm starting to see more Cybertrucks too. So we're moving about 35, 40, and I'm keeping space because cars would just cut out. And if you can drive smooth and stay consistent, you're probably going to be on time to work. I said probably. I'm going to get over. And then I'm going to squeeze some brakes. I do a minimum of 3. Now I'm squeezing. I'm going to have to do some research. Is that Tesla or an EV really practical for drivers? And then I'll have to look at the options. I think more and more you see EVs as a viable option. You're always going to have gas-powered vehicles, but I spend like $100 or $150 almost a week, and that's ridiculous. I do deduct it, but that's a lot of so money that can go somewhere else. So what I'm looking for is to get a drone for the channel to give you some aerial views. I'm not sure which brand name. If you guys know one, just leave it in the comments. I'm also looking for a definite gimbal. I've talked to a photographer. He gave me some really good recommendations. He had a really big camera. It was a Canon, professional grade, wedding grade. So I have some content from him. I just need to edit it and get it out to you. So he gave me some good recommendations. That Pontiac Grand Am, that's when I first started. That vehicle to the left, very reliable, fun car, sporty, good mileage. I remember that. You want to look for reliability. We talked about this in class. The crash star ratings, the durability ratings. So the gimbal I will definitely get. So when I do interview people, set it up, talking head videos, I'll have that. It'll have the AI feature to track me where I move. That'd be really nice. I have to get some more storage, so I'm looking for some in-depth 2 terabytes. I think my motherboard, I can do bifurcation, where I can share some of the PCI Express lanes. I just need to do some research on that. And hopefully we're getting that this week. If I plan to stream this Friday, then I'm going to have to I'm going to do a fresh install, right? Probably Windows 11, do a fresh install, get that, get at least 3 M.2s that are 2 terabyte. That'll give me 6 terabytes, but that's still not enough. You're probably saying, man, how much content do you have? Too much. And just like any content creator, you start making a lot of in-car tutorials, training videos, you have a lot. So I'm just trying to organize it. And then there's a crossover I have to go over. Oh, is that? I thought it was construction again. I do have a 27-inch 165 hertz monitor with a 1 meg refresh time, which is great for gaming. I'm a gamer first. I don't necessarily need to upgrade, but it would be nice to have a 280 hertz monitor, similar to what they use in EA Sports. And I'm not saying I'm at that level, but I'm decent. And then here's the crossover. You saw the gentleman look at us. And then I have to make a left. I'm looking for cars with blinkers. And if they don't have blinkers, we're going to be confused. I'm going to come up and stop. Man, I should have went. There's no blinker. I'm still waiting. So you see how stressful this can be right now. I'm looking for a big gap. And you get a chance to see my point of view, my POV. And eventually you do have to go. I don't want to have an accident. Man, oh, I missed. Ooh, okay. I paused for a second. You saw me shoot that gap, right? Whew, that can be a little bit stressful. So this is the server Travis, 30 miles an hour. And you just gotta drive in these areas. And I'm gonna take you through these areas. There's a regulatory sign. Let's see if they really even stop. I know I'm gonna stop. The minimum time is 3 seconds. They didn't stop. Good, I stopped. That's a nice Camaro right there. You're gonna see that convertible. Those are pretty nice too. Subscribe, follow. I appreciate all of you. Thank you.